Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. My name is Marian and I'm your host today, and I'm going to give you a new update regarding the chaos in Shanghai. And we will also look into the European numbers because Tesla is really catching up here in the European market. So let's start into today's update. Thank you very much for being here. If you're new, do consider subscribing and we will have a good time here today. So first of all, with the numbers in Europe, we see Tesla here in a record speed moving up to the 18th position. Close to 60,000 cars in the first quarter is a good result. We do know the second quarter is not going to be as strong right now, but nevertheless, for the long term, I think it should be the goal for Tesla to have around about the spot of Skoda. I think that is something that Tesla should be achieving in the next 6 to 8 months. And then the room upwards from Skoda is not too much. It's just a difference of 30,000 cars per quarter. That is something where Tesla could achieve a podium position, like second or third position in Europe very soon. Just for your information, you see here the white and the black color. And as I mentioned many times, even though Giga Berlin was delayed, as many people like to say, now they are saying, well, why is Tesla not ramping up? Giga Berlin, Germany sucks. Tesla should be ramping much faster. I would like to emphasize the fact that in Austin, on the other hand, not even any customer has received a Tesla Model Y from this factory on an official way. So in Grünheide, they are doing a pretty good job. They are ramping, they are really going with the quality. So it's very good that Tesla is working here in Germany, and they do that quite good. And they are ramping pretty quickly, but in a professional manner and not too fast. Then looking into Tesla, we have the situation in China. And in China, it looks like that we have 8,000 people working inside the factory. But yesterday, many people talked about, there was a news, China factory is going to close and so on, but no information about that. It's not clear that Tesla is actually being closed in Shanghai. That's not the case. In April, they produced around 10,757 cars. And what could be the case is, and that is actually a reason which might be misunderstood, that a few parts might be missing for a short time because the supply chain is not as perfect yet. But that was something that was clear to happen. Tesla produced a lot of cars in the past 2 weeks. They said before that they have supply for 2 weeks and that they might try to get the supply chain ready so that they can further ramp up production. So that is the case here, but it's not closed. Even Tesla China was denying that. Tesla China even said they don't have any information from the government that they have to close the factory. So just to clarify that here. Then we have Tesla Adrian, who shared with us the price increase, another price increase of the supercharger in Germany. So we currently have now prices of around about 58 cents per kilowatt hour. So if you're from the United States, you can just switch that into dollars and tell me if that is way more expensive than in the United States or not. I don't know the prices right now in my head. Then we are looking into Sarah Merritt, who is reporting again on the Indonesian President Joko Widodo. I hope I spelled that correctly. And there's supposed to be a meeting next week. That is actually pretty interesting because we were suggesting or thinking that there might be a factory in Indonesia. It makes a lot of sense for the battery supply. But based on the plans Tesla has, I do think, and now be cautious if you're from Australia, Indonesia could be a good place to build a factory and supply, for example, Thailand, Vietnam, and all the other countries. And on the other hand, the market down below, Australia. That would be actually a pretty wise move. You get a lot of people that are working there. There's a lot of people seeking jobs. And you have the supply to build batteries in a pretty much unlimited possibility. So I think it would be very wise for Tesla to actually build a factory in Indonesia, because there is a possibility that Tesla has a great market to supply, to export, to expand, and to do their own batteries. So please let me know what you think about that. I think it would be a very good move of Tesla to move towards that market, even though, of course, for the Indonesian market, and I'm not having the average GDP here right now and the average income of people over there, it might not be the market where everyone can afford a Tesla, but you can build cars in a cheap way and you can export them as well, and this is supporting the economy in Indonesia too. So I think there is always a market, as we see right now in Germany as well, for the Model Y Performance, Model Y Long Range, and then later on as well for the Model 3. Where a market is as well the FSD market, and we all know this is a lot of future stuff, but what is not future is the fact that the FSD, the autopilot, is working better and better. I have here some footage from AI Driver, who I'm allowed to take as footage. Here, a good example what can happen if you have a person standing left side and you have, for example, the car blocking the way, and it's getting really hard to get by because there's pretty much no space. So we see the computer is handling that not too bad. It's not moving forward, it's not crashing in somebody, but it's a very difficult situation to deal with, and that is what Tesla can take to learn from these situations. If we take regular driving like here, it is stopping nicely, then it is moving again, and then what it does is it's stopping in the middle of the street, but just cautiously, and then continuing to work over. And I do actually like that the car is pretty confident, but in some situations more like cautious, because it goes slowly over the cross here. It is moving to the left here very nicely. So I do enjoy these improvements that are coming here all the time, continuously improving the product of Tesla. This is something we are really looking forward to, and I think with the job descriptions of people having to deal with Tesla as a position, with the regulators, with the government in Germany and Europe, it really shows that Tesla is moving forward to actually do the same in Europe. So if you are from Europe and you would like to have some Tesla supplies, do just check out my employee, the teslasupply.com website, or check out my podcast. So thank you very much for being here and have a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Bye bye.